Hi everybody, you're watching Breakfast with Valley. Today I'm going to discuss about Thug Life, a 2025 Indian Tamil language action gangster drama film directed by Mani Ratna. The script was co-written by actor Kamal Hassan. So I couldn't watch this movie for all this while because I was at my hometown Bangalore and the movie hadn't released there. So after returning to Chennai, I watched the movie and despite the mixed reviews about it, I personally liked it. I like the gangster movie genre in general, but this movie didn't feel like a typical one. It rather had a different way of visual storytelling about the life of a gangster. While I liked it, I have my own perceptions and opinions about the movie, which I'm going to share in the later part of the video. So I'm going to start off with a quick recap to draw references from it in the later parts. So as a quick recap, the movie is based on the personal life of a gangster, Rangaraya Shaktivel. The movie begins with Shaktivel in his older days confronting the god of death for having taken all his loved ones away from him whilst leaving him behind. The story then takes us to a flashback where Shaktivel adopts a young boy Amaran as a redemption for having killed his father during a shootout by his gang members. Amaran's sister Chandra is left behind at the shootout spot. Shaktivel uses Amaran as a shield to protect himself from being shot by the cops, brings Amaran to his home where he begins to raise him as his own kin. So Amaran becomes a part of Shaktivel's family and grows up to be a gangster along with Shaktivel. So Shaktivel promises to bring back Chandra into Amaran's life at some point. Shaktivel's family includes his wife Jiva, his daughter Mangai and his older brother Manikam. They share close ties with each other. So Amaran and Shaktivel have a very close bond between each other. There's an introduction to the character Indrani, a bar dancer who is rescued by Shaktivel from her misery and brought back to his hometown where he begins his parallel independent relationship with. And as the movie evolves, Shaktivel and Amaran have a face-off, which is like a YouTube richest moment in the movie. So I'm not going to give out any more details about the movie because I would give out the spoilers if I do. But I'm going to talk about the cinematic experience that I had with this movie. Well, I'm not going to get into what is right or wrong because that's for each one to decide. I like the movie because it dwelt into complexities of human relationship, one in particular what it spoke about when a seed of doubt, when planted into a relationship, can cause a havoc and have devastating effects to it. It explores the perspective of the suspect where upon being suspected by his own kin, becomes vulnerable to other people's manipulation around him. The other people whom the suspect goes to solace for uses vulnerability as an opportunity for their own ulterior motives and ultimately turn the suspect into a weapon against his own kin. The kin who planted the seed of doubt has unknowingly caused his own downfall and has permanently wrecked the relationship. So I think it's true to any kind of relationship we're at. When there's a seed of doubt that is placed or planted into a relationship, it might cause a permanent damage to it and give room for other people to enter into it. So this concept was well conveyed in the movie. There were certain portions of the movie which were incidentally placed, which was really nice to watch visually. But there were certain other parts of the movie which could have rather been saved in the drafts or archives because that cut the visual flow of the movie. As an audience of this day and era, those scenes kind of didn't blend well with the movie in my opinion. And my disappointment was majorly with the character portrayal or rather development of Indrani. Because Indrani, in my opinion, played a very vital role in the movie. She played a prominent role in the lives of two powerful gangsters who fall weak for her. But her captivating personality was somehow not brought out in the movie, is what I feel. The character was rather portrayed through a visual of the Sugar Baby song along with Indrani singing, which felt like the making of the film was accidentally inserted into the main picture, which could have rather been saved post the mid-credits or end credits of the movie, and that space could have rather been used to portray or develop a character in a much more elegant or gracious or whatever captivating manner it could have been. Because in my opinion, this character had the potential to stand out as one of the iconic roles in cinema if it was portrayed in a much better manner. Rather, it felt underwhelming. Then I had a thought about the title Thug Life. In this day and era of what Thug Life means, it has become more prominent, is what I feel in a common parlance, than what it was originally coined to mean. So the bar of expectations for the movie was set so high. And the title was not quite relatable to the movie as it was. Had the title rather been The Life of a Thug or The Dark Life of a Gangster, or Once Upon a Time in Delhi for that matter, it could have been much relatable to the movie of this day and this era. So, and I also thought that if the title Thug Life later evolves to mean something related to the movie, and if the way of visual storytelling of the movie is accepted by a larger audience in future, then this movie has a potential to become one of the cult classics of Indian cinema for its unique way of portraying the life of a gangster, a complete life of a gangster. Because in my opinion, this movie doesn't require any part 2 or volume 2 to it because it is satisfying and fulfilling as it was. And if you're planning to watch the movie, I feel you shouldn't read any memes or roasts about it. Just go for it with an open mind. You might probably enjoy the movie. Enjoy watching.